Have you guys ever wanted to watch anime with me? Well, now you guys can. We watch all type of anime and we do it on a nightly basis. All you guys have to do is follow me on Twitch and click the link in the description to join the Discord. With that out of the way, let's get into the intro. The Promised Neverland has so much. When I mean so much, like I'm talking about could be considered one of the elite, one of the mainstream top animes of all time. It could have been all time great, and I feel like the anime they just wet the bed. I'm disappointed in. I don't even watch the anime anymore. You don't understand how excited I was when I heard that the Promised Neverland season 2 was dropping. The first month of the new year, I was like, 2020 was terrible, but 2021 is going to go into a new year. We get all these winter anime, and I'm really excited. You know, stuff like Dr. Stone, Attack on Titan, The Promised Neverland. I'm still watching One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen. All those were out. I was excited. And The Promised Neverland, I make top 10s. I don't do them anymore because I feel like they always interchange if they're not number one. Like 2 through 10 usually interchanges depending on what, I guess, however you wake up. But The Promised Neverland was on my top 10, and I thought episodes, the first 12 episodes, they were a 10 out of 10. So great. And I can't even put it on there anymore because of how badly they fluffed up season 2. And I remember the summer, right? I binge watched it. It was like 2 in the morning. I finished the whole series in a day. I think I finished it at like 5 in the morning, just because of how different and how well written that the show was. But the anime's going a different route from the manga, so there's really no point in me watching the anime anymore. The series is completely straying away from the manga, ignoring important characters that are introduced, and completely moving some of what I've heard the most entertaining and exciting parts of the manga series. The Promised Neverland was an anime that I would indeed recommend to a lot of new anime watchers because it was short and how compelling and different the story was compared to other animes that, you know, this wasn't as intense as something like Naruto and One Piece, how intimidating like hundreds of episodes are, or nothing too out of the gate like Attack on Titan with a lot of death and a lot of dark. Just something with a dark but not too dark story, something that you can easily get into. And I want to say there is nothing wrong with having an anime only approach. It's been done several times with stuff like Tokyo Ghoul, Full Metal Alchemist, and something like Twin Star Exorcist. But the problem with anime only is that, well, they go away from the manga, which is, I guess, in the anime community, like the Bible, the source material. Like, if you were to debate somebody having an opinion on something, 9 times out of 10, if they don't read the manga, then you can't take what they say seriously because the anime changes stuff just a little bit depending on the situation. And series that have gone anime only, they haven't had much success in the best track record. I've never seen it, but I heard Tokyo Ghoul started off really great, and now it's kind of because of how they changed stuff from the manga. Same with Full Metal Alchemist, right? The 2003 version, it was okay. It wasn't, spectacular. But then they went and followed the manga with Brotherhood, and now it's considered the best anime of all time, getting a 9.21 on like the anime website, the highest rated one. Well, I guess Attack on Titan did pass it for a little bit, but that doesn't matter. It's so renowned, and the anime community love it. And then actually Twin Star Exorcist, I had seen it. It's about 50 episodes, but the manga's still going. And I didn't know that it was an anime-only spinoff. And I looked, and when I was scrolling through my Viz Shonen Jump trying to figure out what manga I'm reading, I'm currently reading Boruto, by the way. But I had seen it, and it was still going. I was like, well, how the fluff is the anime not going? And then I looked at it, and they only adapted 10 chapters from the anime, and they had a completely different approach. Now, I don't think I would have a problem if they started out doing it as an anime only, but the fact that the first season adapted, I think, the first 15 chapters of the manga, and then they switched up to just doing an anime only approach was kind of a letdown for me. So many lovable characters with had a different concept. No power system. What I mean by power system, like chakra, haki, nen, ki, like other series. No fan service, right? I'm not I am a straight heterosexual male, but a lot of fan service, for example, Tamaki from Fire Force, I think that's unnecessary. One Piece has a lot of it, which I don't like. That's why I like Attack on Titan, The Promised Neverland, and Jujutsu Kaisen, because the females in that series, they are strong, they're independent, and you just love them for a character, and they're very beautiful as well, without needing to show off some body proportions. Let me put it that way. And it has great action and great storytelling. But maybe the anime adaptation will finally break the curse of not being bad. But with the track record and people are already getting upset, I highly doubt it, because everybody's saying that they're skipping the best arc and really rushing through things. And here's the thing, right? People are going to be like, oh, why don't you read the manga? Well, there are certain animes that I rather wait to be animated so I could be surprised. The mangas that I have read, Attack on Titan, One Piece, Dragon Ball series, My Hero Academia, and recently I think I'm like 20 chapters into Boruto. So whenever they get animated, like for instance Attack on Titan and My Hero, the new season, I already know what happens. And it's cool. It's going to be cool to see moments from the manga animated, because like it's kind of hard to imagine fights when you don't see them animated. I think anybody can detest a manga reader would rather see an animated fight than have to read it. But there's really no shock value. Like, I'll know what characters die, I'll know backstories, etc. Now, I really want to have a shock value so that not every anime that I'm watching, I'm like, oh, it already happened. Or, you know, I just want to be able to watch it and be like, oh, wow. So, like, for instance, Jujutsu Kaisen, right? It's one of my favorite animes right now, and I think you can argue, I think that and My Hero are the best in the new gen. I haven't seen Black Clover, and I heard that's really good, but that's just an example. But season 1 is probably going, I think we're 18 episodes in. I think they're only supposed to have 24 episodes for season 1. So probably when season 1 is finished, I'll switch to the manga. But I really want to see the shock value, different fights, death, new characters introduced, plot twists, etc. Right? The Promised Neverland was a good series, I think, that was under the radar, where it was really good, had a good story, but at the same time, it wasn't really out there like Attack on Titan, to where it would be hard to avoid spoilers. Since The Promised Neverland was so low under the radar, I'd be able to avoid spoilers much easier. Now, I don't want to be that guy that's going to be like, no, if you guys should never watch The Promised Neverland anime, it's bad, it's terrible, don't watch it. I don't want to be that guy, because I've seen Attack on Titan fans who complain about Mappa's animation and a lot of other stuff. It gets on my nerves whenever they complain about hard work that they put in and voicing their opinions, but being really rude about it. They should just read the manga. And just because it's not adapting from the manga, but, you know, and even though I know I've heard that it's one of the best that they've ever done. You know, I've heard that Emma is one of the best MCs. That might be an overstatement, but I heard she's a really good MC. I heard that Ray has a lot of great moments, that the supporting cast gets better. And Ray's my favorite character, so I would love to see him have moments to shine. And who knows, maybe the anime will finally break the curse and actually do something better than the manga. And, you know, the anime could have different twists and turns that the manga doesn't have, so we never know. But I really don't want to deter people from watching it. If you guys can't afford the manga and you guys like The Promised Neverland Season 1, then by all means, go ahead and watch and enjoy the anime version of The Promised Neverland Season 2, or however long it'll go. And who knows, maybe in the future that, you know, they'll do this, their own anime-only spin-off, and then later down the line, they'll actually follow the manga and have it all animated, just like they did with Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. But guys, give me your thoughts about The Promised Neverland going anime only. It's not that they are per se, it's just that they're skipping around in the manga a lot, and I don't want to skip around important information, new characters, maybe people dying, maybe people coming back. I don't think Norman's dead, but hey, it is what it is. But let me know what you guys think about The Promised Neverland. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, hit that notification bell so you guys never miss out on a new video. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok. I'm posting more on there, so make sure you guys go and watch that. But thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to unleash your potential.